How's it going, everyone? And today I'm going to be talking about 5 unlikely heroes I want to see added to Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm not saying that the 5 characters I'm about to talk about aren't going to be added to the next game, I'm just saying that EA have probably got other characters in mind before they add these ones. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I've talked about in today's video in the comments section below, but without further ado, let's get on to the first character.
I hit the ship, but they used a decoy.
We'll have to try something more subtle this time, Zam. My client is getting impatient. Take these. Be careful, they're very poisonous. And Zam, there can be no mistakes this time.
Zam Wessel, you probably remember her from the start of episode 2 Attack of the Clones. She was the female bounty hunter that worked alongside Jango Fett at the start of the film. She was a Claudite from the planet Zolan and was capable of shapeshifting into any appearances she chose. How cool would it be to play as her in Battlefront 2 and have a shapeshifting ability where you can change your appearance, maybe to confuse your enemies? I and so many others are always welcome to more bounty hunters being added to Star Wars games, so let's see if Zam Wessel is in Battlefront 2.
There will be a substantial reward for the one who finds the Millennium Falcon. You are free to use any methods necessary, but I want them alive. No disintegration.
Next up is Zuckuss. He is probably the most unlikely character from all of the 5 I'm going to talk about here today. You may remember Zuckuss from that scene in episode 5 The Empire Strikes Back where Vader assigns different bounty hunters to find the Millennium Falcon. He was a male Gand bounty hunter from the planet Gand, and what I love so much about Zuckuss is how little we know about him. We got lots of bounty hunters in Battlefront 1 and Zuckuss wasn't in there. We also got to explore more bounty hunters in the Clone Wars series such as Bossk and Dengar, and Zuckuss wasn't even in that. The fact that we know so little about this character really makes me want EA to add him to the next game, because they can basically come up with so many things about him that we already don't know.
May I present Savage Opress.
Savage Opress, a male Zabrak born on the planet Dathomir, and most importantly, the brother of the Sith Lord Darth Maul. I know some people are debating that we might not see Clone Wars or Rebels characters in the next Battlefront, and that's why I've put him on this list as being an unlikely hero. Although Savage and Darth Maul are brothers, Savage actually became the apprentice of Darth Maul. Imagine using both of them on the Battlefront together, that would be absolutely epic. Although Savage would have his double-bladed lightsaber, he would be a very physical character in my opinion. He seemed to be very strong in the Clone Wars series. What do you think though? Would you like to see Savage Opress in Battlefront 2?
You almost shot me.
You're welcome.
Baze Malbus, the most recently added character on this list. You may have saw him in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Baze is born on the planet Jeddah and is seen to be the best friend of Chirrut Imwe, also from Rogue One. I think the best part about Baze potentially being added to the next Battlefront is his heavy repeater cannon which he uses. That weapon is so overpowered in Rogue One, he kills loads of stormtroopers with it. I would love to use that in Battlefront, it would just be absolutely incredible. If anyone was to be added to the next Battlefront on this list, it would probably be Baze, but I still see a lot of Rogue One characters coming before him, such as Jyn, Cassian, K2SO, Bodhi, and even Chirrut.
Thanks, buddy.
Ahsoka Tano, a female Togruta and most notably the apprentice of Jedi Anakin Skywalker. Ahsoka is actually my favourite Star Wars character, so I might be a bit biased here. I really want to see her in the next game though, and here's why. Not only has she become a fan favourite character loved by many around the world, but also she would work for both the prequel era and the original trilogy era. We see her in the Clone Wars series as a Jedi Padawan, and then we see her in the Rebels series, which takes place just before episode 4 as a rebel leader. Ahsoka could also be given different outfits, such as the one she wears in the Clone Wars, where she would also have her green lightsabers, lightsabers, or maybe the one she uses in Rebels with her white lightsabers. They would really look good in Battlefront form. Ahsoka uses the Form 5 style of lightsaber fighting. This is where she holds her lightsabers backwards, in other words. This would separate her from other lightsaber users due to her unique fighting style compared to the other heroes we already know about. Another character who you may know who uses Form 5 lightsaber fighting is Starkiller, however he is no longer considered canon unfortunately. But that is about it for 5 unlikely heroes I personally want to see in Battlefront 2. Let me know what you agreed and disagreed with in this video in the comments section below. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and until next time I will see you all in the next video.